What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Stogie Sessions, episode number 12. Today we're going to be discussing a cigar that's pretty unique, right? I mean, it's something that's a little different. I've never heard of them, actually. So the company's called Tamborilero. They're located in Tamboril, Dominican Republic. And as many of you know, that is the mecca of the cigar world in Dominican Republic. That's where a lot of the factories, most of the factories, obviously there's other regions that manufacture cigars, but that is like the capital of the cigar industry in Dominican Republic. This is Rafael and this is
Anya.
Welcome. So Anya, do you want to talk a little bit about this particular cigar?
Well, I don't have a lot of information about it. All I can say, it comes, from Tabacalera Tamboril. That factory opened, I think it was in 2019.
Okay.
The owner is Junior Ventura. I don't think he is related at all
to Henderson.
to Henderson.
Okay, I mean,
I don't know.
We should call Henderson and ask him. I mean,
but I should have had asked, but I didn't. The thing is that somebody mentioned, you need to go to El Tamborilero. You're gonna love it. And I'm like, okay, let me find them. And I said, well, they're all the way in the back, but I thought they were all the way in the back on the other side. And then I looked like, oh, it's right here.
Oh, they were right there.
So they were right there. So I walked to them and they started talking to me about the brand, the factory. Junior's daughter was there. Don't remember her name. I'm sorry. I suck at names.
I'm horrible with names as well, so it's all good.
But she is, I love seeing that dynamic. When the kids come in and they get into the industry. The thing is that this cigar was practically made for her.
Oh, really?
Because she's involved in the business with her dad, and she's around a lot of people that smoke, and it was really hard for her to smoke. The other cigars were maybe a little harsh for her, and this one was created for her. It has a sweet tip.
Okay.
I don't know, it looks like a Habano wrapper maybe. Might be wrong. Again, I know she did talk a lot. She said a lot about the blend and everything, but it was so many people that day.
Of course. Well, there's only one way to find out, right? That's by cutting it, lighting it up, and...
I did cut it already. I don't know.
Well, I'm about to cut it. And just before I cut it, just to show you guys, this is a 6x30, so it's a smaller ring gauge.
It's a Panatela.
So, I mean, let's see what it's all about.
Goodness. This is another one that you're going to like, I hope. I thought it'd be about you as soon as I lit it up over there.
Well, I enjoy the smaller ring gauges. As we've discussed in other episodes, you get a really nice flavor of the wrapper when it comes to that. So let's light it up and see what, like I said, what it's all about.
Oh yeah.
Do we know anything about the blend in particular?
Again, I should have written it down, but I didn't. And it's new, so I try to search the information in their on the website, but I couldn't find it. So all I know is that I smoked it and it was good, and I had to cut it because they gave me another one to try, and I was like halfway. I said, I'll take it with me. Ended up taking it with me and lit it up later.
You ended up lighting it up later.
Yeah, I did.
Usually when we don't like something, we, when it goes out, leave it on the side.
Yeah, but no.
I definitely get the sweet tip. Is it a flavored cigar, or is it just a tip that's flavored?
It's just a tip. I could say, I know it's a Habano. Usually Habanos go for medium, but it's like a low medium that anybody can smoke.
Yeah.
It's an enjoyable, so it's like a dessert.
Yeah. I'm not getting much pepper at all in the beginning.
You get a little bit. It gives you like a little tiny, just a little hint of pepper. Tiny bit, but it's very enjoyable.
Yeah. So Tamboril, let's talk a little bit about Tamboril. So we know that there's so many different factories out there. You have La Galera, you have, Aventura's out in Tamboril. You have, it's you can't even count them on your hands. There's so many. Yeah. So that is, and I think will probably remain the capital of the cigar industry in Dominican Republic, right?
Oh yes. And see, You know, I love listening to stories. I did not know where the name Tamboril came from.
Enlighten
And-
me, please.
Well, I'm hoping that I remember exactly what she was telling me. It was that a group of people were like by the river, and the way that the water was hitting the rocks, it sounded like a tambora, like a drum.
Okay.
So that's where the name came from.
All right. For those of you that
Tambora.
don't know, tambora in Spanish is basically like
Like a drum?
Is a percussion instrument.
Yeah.
A lot of like so merengue, for example, is a very cultural type of music in the Dominican culture. Merengue is probably what they're very well known for in the music industry. So that's the percussion they use. And I actually have a cousin that used to play La Tambora. I forgot for what group. It was. I'm gonna remember that
For the
later
next
on in the
one.
video. It'll
Later
come
in the
to me.
video,
It'll
okay.
come to me. But he played for a band and La Tambora. I remember him playing La Tambora at his house all the time, practicing and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
But yeah, tambora is like a drum, and tamborilero is practically the drummer. That's what it is. Simple.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the band, well, you can see on the band itself, you have a drummer out
Yeah.
there. It's pretty cool.
With it looks like you're smoking a cigar, right? I might be wrong, but it looks like you're
Yeah, it
smoking-
does. It does, for sure.
And
Pretty
then you
cool.
have the name on the side, tamborilero. Can you say tamborilero?
Tamborilero. And for the Americanos, it's Tamborilero.
It took him a little
It
bit.
can be a little bit. It can be a little bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah, it took a little bit for you.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this cigar, and you know, it reminds me of the look of it and the band. What does it remind you of? What other cigars in there? It reminds me of Leaf by Oscar.
Oh yes, and the color.
The
and
color, the band
the quality.
itself is very similar to the Leaf by Oscar. Obviously, it has no components of Leaf by Oscar, so
No.
so
I believe it's all Dominican. I might be wrong, but I believe it's all Dominican. But this is such a good cigar. Especially, I think for a beginner, it's actually a really good cigar. Women that they don't like,
the bigger gauges,
gauges and cigars that are not,
and the sweet tip too.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of women like the sweet tip. We get people here that are looking for sweet tip cigars.
Correct.
So I love this stuff. I don't know.
I mean, we don't, guys. Just to be clear, we don't want to generalize that all women like the sweet tip, okay? Because I know some women get, they get hurt when you automatically
yeah.
assume that they like the sweet stuff. So
we have guys here that
and
like the sweet tip.
we have guys that like the sweet stuff. So, not to classify any type of sex liking one or the other better, but the gauge itself,
I love it.
the length, it is, it can be a kind of feminine cigar, I guess you
yeah,
could say, depending on a couple
because
factors.
it has been labeled like that, made for women, but nah, it's for anybody. Like you love it. You love these smaller brain gauges, so, and you're enjoying it because I can see it.
Yeah.
It's
Nice,
a good
nice
cigar.
even burn. I mean, the ashes is look at the ash, very nice ash. Flavor's actually pretty good.
It is.
It does remind me of like a Habano.
Yeah,
like
like
in
I
that-
said,
in
I'm
that
looking
family.
at the wrapper.
Without knowing any of the tobacco that's
No.
in here, I'm assuming, based on the way it's smoking, it's in that family, the Habano family.
And I'm looking at the wrapper, and it looks like a Habano. I might be wrong. I smoked one at, like I said, at PCA, and it was so good. I really enjoyed it. I said, okay, I need to bring this with me, and this is what we're gonna do for the podcast. And I immediately said, this is gonna be the second one. We went for, the first one was Artesano del Tabaco that I know you enjoyed all the way till
Oh yeah,
the
that
end.
was in our previous episode.
Yeah, and
Smoked that one. I mean, even after we stopped filming, I was still lighting it up and still trying to finish that thing. That's how good it was.
oh yeah, and then this one, it's funny because it's like, okay, I went to PCA, and that day that I left, we recorded the episode 10, So it's like we started again. Episode 11 was Artesanal de Tabaco, and episode 12, which is the number 2 cigar, the second cigar that we're smoking from PCA, is El Tamborilero Panatela 30 por 6, or 30 by 6.
30 by 6.
Really good stick. Again, I just love the whole, his, the story behind it. Junior was just a guy that was, he was just a cigar aficionado. And he decides, I'm going to open my own factory. Just like, like a hobby.
Yeah.
And that hobby became a dream, and the dream became a reality. And, he's
awesome.
now there. It was their first year, our PCA. I was actually going to see them this weekend at the Dominican Cigar Expo, but last week they announced that they were not canceling, but postponing it because of the whole situation. What happened in Santo Domingo with Jet Set. So
yes,
but all I'm saying is just, again, I just love, when people say, I love this so much. What I used to smoke, and smoking became a passion, and then that passion turned into a factory, and let's make some cigars.
Well, that is a story of ambition and drive and all that mixed in there, right? Because when you love something that much, and now you go and try to produce your own product and stuff like that, there's a lot of work behind it, right? There's a lot of work as far as creating the blends and the brand and this and that. So, I'm happy for him. Happy for him that he got to realize his dreams and create their own cigars.
And he's a really nice guy. Really, really nice guy. He has a great team with him. Like I said, his daughter was there with him. When I actually met her first, and then I passed by the next day and he was there. I got to meet him. And I believe I saw another girl there. I think that's a younger daughter too.
Okay.
I love seeing that.
So it's a family-run business.
Yeah,
Cool.
I love seeing that. And not only that, it was no boys. It was the girls. I don't know if he has any boys, but I love seeing women getting involved in the industry. Love when, the father and the kid come together, and then, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
so kind
beautiful.
of carrying the legacy of what the dad
Exactly.
envisioned.
Once, the day that he said, okay, I'm going to retire, he knows for sure that kid, at least the oldest one that was there, I think it's Luan, I'm sorry, I suck at names,
it's
but
all
all I'm saying, she's so passionate about it too, and she knew every single cigar that was there.
And it shows, right, when they speak about it. That's awesome.
And she's so, how to say that? She's like, she knows how to speak to people, and she shows that passion, and I just loved it, and I can see anything but, success in their future.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great story. Great story. I love that.
And there was a guy there that he was the photographer and videographer too, and he actually had told them, you guys work so good together, and you maybe should start a podcast. And I mentioned to him, I had mentioned to her about the podcast when she gave me 2 extra ones, and when I came back the next day, she introduced me to him. She mentioned that we have the podcast, and it's like, it's funny because he has been telling us about the podcast. I don't know if I should. And I said, listen, what you're doing, like if you do the podcast, what he was explaining to me, it's what happened in the factory and all that stuff. Like, there's nobody doing that.
It's almost like a behind the scenes
exactly.
type of,
it's a nobody.
That would be awesome.
That's
awesome.
a new thing, to get into, like tap into. It's a whole different view, because everybody's doing what we're doing. A lot of people do the whole cigar review, and like I said, it's a whole different thing. And I told him, I think you guys should do it. I think, she actually will be perfect for it. The way that she speaks, she's perfect for it. So
that's awesome.
I can't wait to see that happening too.
Cool.
Yeah. I was excited because I was going to see it in the weekend, but it's not happening. Maybe, I don't know, I can contact them and get together, maybe go to the factory. So
I think that would be great.
I just, I love this thing. I love this industry. By the way, somebody else that I saw there, oh my God, I suck at names again, DBL.
Oh, you got Francisco Almonte.
Francisco was
yeah,
there.
Yeah. He's a good guy, by the way.
Oh yeah. He's
real
like,
good guy.
yeah, like, you know, and the guy that works for him, that he said that he knew you from Jersey.
He's from New Jersey. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm horrible with names as well, guys.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Please excuse me. Please excuse me.
No, you and me, like.
But yeah, DBL. We actually we had them in here for a while. They have quite a few different blends. How's it going, sir? Come on in. Come on in. Don't worry.
No.
We're here
Yeah,
recording.
we're here.
Just getting ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You must be Rafael.
Yes.
Rafael, Samir. For
Samir.
Sam,
Very nice to meet you, Sam.
How you doing?
Very nice to meet
Hola. So yeah, DBL. So you
Yes.
suck at names.
Yes, I second it. George.
George,
is his name.
there you go. Yeah, George,
George,
yeah.
I'm sorry if I forgot your name for a second. Believe me, we run into people all day, every
yeah.
day. So my apologies. But yeah, George, great guy from New Jersey, my neck of the woods. Yeah, so we had DBL
here.
and you know they have quite a few blends that are named after some baseball players.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
You should see. I don't know. Like I got to go to the factory back in 2020 when I was, searching for one to make my cigars, and I know DBO was the first factory that I visited, and it was a very, very small factory. You should see how it is now. And I know we're planning.
He's grown substantially.
Oh no!
Yeah?
Listen, there's a bar there that's open practically 24/7, like
No
a
way.
lounge. Yeah.
In the factory?
In the factory. So
Francisco, I'll
told
be seeing
him,
you very soon, buddy.
I told him that we were planning on a trip, and he's like, listen, if you are planning on a trip, you have to come to the factory.
Okay, good.
So I said, yeah, I'm going to talk to Rafael about it. So that's something that's going to happen.
Yeah. So we are planning a trip. It's going to be a Stogie's trip. We're trying to collect quite a few guys, or we're going to have a sign-in sheet pretty soon. And we're planning a trip to Dominican Republic, and our goal is to go visit multiple factories, right? Tamboril is one of the areas, as we discussed earlier, that manufactures a lot of cigars, a lot of different cigar companies that are out of that city. So that's our goal, and we want to make it I want to make it a memorable experience.
Yeah, and everybody likes going to the big factories, and it's easy to actually go to a big factory. You just, they have all these tours and all this stuff, but we should go. I'm telling you, he showed me a video of that place, and I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Rafael we have to include your factory in the tour that we're gonna do.
100%.
And it's just like, I don't know, there's something about, and believe me, it's not a small factory anymore, but I mean, the brands, because he's still in the boutique category.
Yep.
So it's a smaller brand, and I just love going to those factories because I think there's better interaction for people that go and visit them. So, and then you have the bars like, listen, if you want to stay here and fall asleep in the couch, you can do it. And I'm like, oh, I can see everybody getting drunk
Yep.
and stay there, sleeping there.
So, and then I
Yeah.
kind of don't know if I should even mention this.
What?
The fact that I'm working on something myself.
Oh, of course. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually in the process of putting together a couple different blends, and this is all stuff that's pretty unique and pretty significant to me. And I'm trying to showcase something that I think is going to be very special. So I'm not going to drop any names, any factories, anything of that sort. Down the line, we are gonna.
Once we have the product in hand,
we're gonna launch it, and I really think it's gonna be something super successful.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Oh, it is. It is gonna be fun. I'm coming back with some stuff, some samples for you. I don't know. Maybe should we do that for the next episode? Try the samples.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
But
maybe
yeah,
you guys can be part of it in a way. I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen.
Definitely want some interaction. It's definitely something that's going to be very, very special and unique. So
maybe we can do a live instead.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Trying the blends here. Maybe have a couple of guys here.
Can you hand that lighter right over?
There you go.
You got it, buddy. Pop the top open. There you go.
There you go.
You should be good to go now.
See, this is how you guys see. We're here at the lounge recording, and we have people here.
Live and uncut. That's how we roll.
Yep. So,
But
how was the cigar?
Going back to Tamborilero, that's a tongue twister for me, man. Let me tell you, the flavor is excellent. The initial sweetness from that sweet tip has kind of gone away for me.
Yeah.
So now I'm tasting the true flavor of the cigar. And it's good. I mean,
really
this
good.
is a cigar you want to finish. Trust me, it's not one of these you're gonna light up and then put down and
it's not a
move on.
long, you're not gonna be smoking for a long time.
Yeah.
I give it about 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm already more than halfway, I think.
Yeah, it's 30. The ring gauge is 30, so it's not gonna be a long cigar. And again, I think it's great for beginners and even experienced smokers too. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe I'm a little crazy because the cigars that I brought back from PCA were good cigars.
You had to see her.
okay.
She was so excited coming back. She came back with her bag of goodies, and
You got lucky that I got you shared. Again, sharing is not.
she doesn't like to share.
I don't care.
So,
I don't care.
Sometimes I just gotta go and grab them.
I don't care, so I don't share. But I did make sure that you got your stuff. I actually put some of the other blends in there for Tamborilero. There's one that is, something that I know you will enjoy because it's a darker, it's a Maduro. It's really, really good. That was the second one that I smoked. I told you that I went halfway to this one and then gave me the other one so I can, I'm smoking, and I truly enjoyed it. It was a good cigar. Really, really good. So.
This one in particular is very good. It's medium bodied. I'd say it's on the medium.
But
right?
low, medium?
Yeah, like light to medium spectrum. Smaller gauge for those guys that like the smaller gauge. This is definitely a nice cigar, 6x30 as we mentioned. It does have that initial sweet tip.
Oh yeah.
But it's not a flavored cigar by any means. Is it flavored? Just
But
the tip.
it's still like a dessert cigar.
Yeah.
You can have. I was thinking with coffee, you can do even black coffee with this, or you can do like café con leche, zero sugar. Do not add the sugar because the sweet tip brings the sugar in it for the coffee. It's just great. I love this cigar. I don't know if we're gonna be bringing it in maybe for the website later on.
Yeah,
once we set that up.
I think this is going to be one of those website exclusive ones. I'm enjoying it for sure. This is my first time trying it. Anya tried it previously. She was raving about it, so I wanted to give it a try.
No, if you guys can get your hands, on this, I'm telling you, you're gonna enjoy it. We need to bring something that was like, oh, this is crap. Every time.
I have yet to smoke something on this on the sessions that I don't like. Everything we've tried so far has been a very enjoyable cigar.
Oh yeah, and the funny thing is that the last episode you tried something that you didn't try before. It was new to you.
That was my first.
And this one, it's new to you as well. Like that Lancero from Quesada was new to me.
Oh my God, the Maduro, Lancero Maduro.
That was good.
By the way, that's a limited edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, what's great about going to the PCA, right, is that not only are you seeing the big name brands, but you're also seeing all these other, boutiques that are out there that we're just not aware of. So, I'm a cigar aficionado. I don't have to go specifically for the label or the name brand. I'm gonna try all the cigars out there and get a feel for myself whether I like it or not.
Oh yeah.
And that's the interesting part, right?
Oh,
Is
yes.
You're trying all these different blends, and you're introducing these different flavors into your palate, and then you start to kind of like gauge what you like, what you don't like, and stuff like that. But I'll never say no to a cigar.
Oh no, and the thing, this is my thing. Even if I don't like the cigar a lot, I try to finish it all the way to the end.
Yeah, well, the changes the cigars can change as you smoke through the cigar, right? So you may light it up initially, and you may say, I don't know what this is about. And then as you smoke through the cigar, all of a sudden you start getting that different flavor profile in the blend itself.
Yeah.
And you may not have liked it when you initially lit it, but as you're halfway through, a quarter of the way through, or whatever, far down, you may say, you know what, this was an excellent cigar.
You know, that happened to me actually with, let me see if I can say it right, Valakari cigars. Somebody told me just you need to go and see, and actually Kender Roman, he's one of the owners for the factory that makes my cigars, and he was there, he was with them. He said you need to try them, so they gave me one to try, and I'm not a big fan of Ometepe tobacco. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like it. Jalapa, I'm okay with it as long as it's not like a lot of it. Ometepe, I think maybe Plasencia, because you know they have the farms there for that for the Ometepe tobacco. I think Plasencia is the only one that can say, you know, we know how to use Ometepe properly.
Plasencia's been around for my goodness, how many years?
Yeah, but you know,
late 1800s, I think.
Yeah, but not everybody knows how to do it like Plasencia does. But my whole thing is that as soon as I lit up that cigar, and I'm like, wait. In my head, it's like, this has Ometepe. Let me look at the blend. And I'm like, what's the blend? Yep, it has Ometepe. And I'm like, I didn't want to continue, you know, smoking the cigar, but inch and a half in,
it changed.
Holy shit.
Wow.
What a cigar.
Wow.
What a cigar.
Yeah,
and
guys.
then like towards the end, that Ometepe kicked again, not as strong as it did at the
You got a
beginning.
little bit of the flavor.
But like overall, it was a great cigar. I didn't get extras. I was supposed to go back and I completely forgot about it. But if I see them, you know, around there, I'm gonna, you know, get a couple so you can try it too. I think you will love that cigar.
Awesome.
Because I know Ometepe doesn't bother you. I think it will be right there for you. It was a good cigar. Like for me, like I said, the first inch and a half, I was not enjoying it. But as soon as, you know, I passed that, about that Ometepe was such a good cigar.
Yeah.
You know, a little strong,
this
but great.
is where I tell people, right? Don't be scared to try new things.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, change. You know, don't stop going to that same cigar all the time. Introduce new things into your palate.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised. There's a lot of good cigars out there, and the truth is they don't really get the recognition or the you know, people saying, oh, I want to try. A lot of people are kind of hesitant when it comes to newer blends or brands that they're not too familiar with. Then you light it up and it's like, wow, it's surprising.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good. So
yeah.
I won't say no to a cigar.
No,
You know, I'll definitely give everything a try.
I think, and shout out to everybody from Valakari and Lure Cigars too. I don't know if you ever tried Lure. I don't know if I put one extra in there. I might, maybe not.
I hope so. And if there's an extra one, I'm claiming it.
I don't know. You gotta check your bag, but I don't think I put a Lure in there, and I have one in there that I can give you. And my whole thing is, you know, that those two brands work together, I believe, Lure and Valakari, so they work together in there. So good stuff, good people. I definitely need to get some, you know, a couple of those. I'm gonna see where I can buy them. I don't know who's gonna be carrying them. Well, I'll contact them directly and see if I can just buy directly from them.
Sure.
So we can review those cigars, because I'm telling you, yeah, at the beginning I didn't enjoy it. It might be different after the second time I smoke it, but after that inch and a half, that was just like, what the heck? This was a really good cigar, really, really good. So, yeah.
Well, going back to this one, I mean, don't have much left on it, and it's been very enjoyable. It's definitely on that lighter to medium spectrum. This is, I think, something that's like an everyday type of smoke, any time of the day. And it can meet the palate to those that like a lighter cigar, but also it can be a break from those that smoke the Maduro consistently and maybe want to have a little bit of a different flavor.
I can see this in my morning. My
This with
first
a nice-
cigar in the
with a
morning
nice
every
coffee,
day.
I think would be a very,
Great.
you know,
Well,
very complimentary.
Listen, any cigar with coffee.
That is true.
It's good. It doesn't even matter.
That is true.
You know,
That is true.
But this one specifically could be, I'm telling you, if we get a hold of some boxes of this one. I'm gonna be one buying probably all of them so I can smoke them every day. This is, I fell in love. Not like the other one, you know, you already know I'm going to marry Artesano del Tabaco de Connecticut. I'm going to marry that cigar. But I mean, I fell in love with the cigar because all I kept thinking is like, I can see me smoking this cigar every day.
Nice.
With my coffee every morning at 6:30 a.m., you know, just before my walk.
You're an early bird, huh?
Oh, I'm up by 5:30, but it's not, you know, I try not to, but my eyes are open automatically by 5:30. And if they're not open, Winnie, my friend, she wakes me up. Just around 5:45, she starts barking.
One of the 5 dogs.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I'm telling you, this is really good. I knew you will like it.
Yeah.
I know, like, I'm not a person that likes sweet tip cigars, but it's not like a lot of the sweet tips that stay. You know, the sweetness stay for the whole.
No, for me, the sweetness is gone.
No, it's not. It's just like a little hint of it.
In the beginning.
So freaking good. So good.
Yeah, this is nice. This is nice.
Aren't you happy?
Thank you, Anya. Thank you for introducing something new to me.
There you go. There you go.
That's what it's all about, guys. That's what this industry is all about. It's about, you know, trying new things and meeting new people, giving opportunities for all the brands and giving it a taste yourself and see, you know, what it's all about. Yeah. You know, every cigar I think has a story, right? From the manufacturing, the blending, the process of you know, the creator, you know, just putting things together and trying to come up with a final product, and it's very interesting.
See, this one has a story. Yeah. You know, he created this for his daughter because she wanted to smoke cigars, and the other ones were a little maybe not something that she was enjoying. And like me, when I created one of my cigars, I had a dream about it, and I woke up and I wrote it down. I wrote down the blend because I dreamed about me blending that cigar, and I wrote down. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I'm like, because I forget shit. I forget, so I'm like, I didn't write it down. Like I went to my phone and put it in the notes, this, and this, and then went back to sleep. And then the next day, I woke up, opened the phone, was like, what the heck is this? It was still on my notes.
Nice.
And then I called the factory. I remember the dream. I called the factory and I said, I'll be there next week. So every cigar has a story.
Has a story.
Has a story. Everything. Yeah. See,
I'm pretty excited to tell the story of my.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think that's. It's going to be a little heartfelt, and I think that it's going to resonate with a lot of people. And
I'm really glad that I put you in contact with the person that you're using, because I trust a lot in you know, in him and in his factory and the quality of the product.
Well, for me, that's some of the most important things, right? First and foremost, the quality of the tobacco that's being used.
Yeah.
Secondly, the consistency of which those cigars can be blended and be consistent, you know, throughout the entire lifetime of the cigar. Yeah. So those are important elements, and you know, the goal is to put a high quality product out there. Yeah. Where, you know, it's not just a gimmick. Oh, I had an idea, I'm just gonna grab any blend and throw it out there. No, this is a very you know, like it's thought through, the process and the blend itself and all that stuff. There's a lot of work being done behind the scenes before this stuff even gets announced and put out there. So I'm very excited. Yeah,
and it's all you. It's all you, because you told me, you know, I like this and I like that. I said, okay, maybe we can use this tobacco. We can use this for the wrapper. You can use this for the binder. And, you know, then the person, I almost said the name, the person said, okay, maybe we can do this in the fillet to complement the other two. And that's how you do it. That's actually blending.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you work the blend.
And you know what's cool is that when we go to DR, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna, you know, taste a couple different blends and try to really narrow it down. Hey, look, we need a little bit more of this, a little bit less of this, and really tweak things so it could be that unique cigar that I'm trying to create. And obviously Anya's here involved with the process, and she's helping me with this as well. So yeah, I'm very excited. I think it's going to be something that's going to be big.
I think so too. It's definitely a little different. There's some stuff in a way, not with the whole story, but part of it, and I can't say much right now, that some of the people might be doing something similar, but it's not like it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different.
Completely
because it's your
different.
story.
Yeah.
It's your story, and maybe a story that a lot of people eventually are gonna relate to.
Yeah.
So and I just can't wait until you say, okay, we can talk about this.
Yes.
I hate secrets. I hate secrets. You know.
For now, we're gonna keep it at that, and I think in the next couple months, because there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes, right? Like I was saying about tweaking things and making sure that it's the perfect product to put in your hands. So
yeah. Well, even this cigar, he tried different things because he wanted to make sure that he did something perfect for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though he made it for her, like what he doesn't know, he made it for me too.
He made it for everyone that's smoking it.
Yeah,
and
it's
a
delicious.
Great job on this.
This is really good.
Really good job.
And this is what makes me happy. It's a new brand. I know he opened the factory back in 2019, and maybe Tamborilero, I don't know how long has been out, but I mean, for us in the U.S., it's new.
Yeah.
It's new, and when I try something new, and it is, new and good, it just makes me proud of being Dominican,
Oh yeah.
And not only that, I had
Like they say in
lost
Spanish, un orgullo.
un
de ser
orgullo.
dominicano.
Yeah, I had lost faith in a lot of the factories in Tamboril because they were concentrated more in quantity instead of quality. But now, let's say maybe 2-3 years, to now, I see the change. I see they're putting a lot of pride on their product and what they're doing,
I think
and
it's
it's
super
great.
important to, not so much the quantity. I think it's very important to concentrate on the quality and of the tobacco that's being put in and the process.
And you can see it. Like, this is a new brand. You can see the love. You can see the quality.
Yeah.
And not only the blend, but the tobacco as well. It's a great, constructed cigar.
Well, who says it best? Fuente says it best. You can't rush the hands of time.
No.
You can't rush it.
No.
And I'm quoting Fuente. Fuente. That's your saying right there, and it's so true. You really can't rush the hands of time.
Carlito.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of freaking PCA. Carlito is always busy, and I saw him the first day in the morning. I usually see him every time I go. I see him usually the last day, but I was able to see him the first day, and there was a few people practically in line waiting for him. And I was gonna get in line. He saw me. He's like, "No, Anya, come here, give me a hug." And he gave me a hug. And and it also makes me a little how do I say it? I get like a little emotional every time I talk about this because Carlito is such a freaking legend in the cigar industry.
He really is a legend.
And he sees me. He gives me so much love. And again, to me, I'm a nobody, but the things that he says to me is just like, I love everything you do. I love your face. I love your hair. Look, it's growing again. When you have it short, you look good in everything you do. You can be smoking in a t-shirt, or you could be smoking in the pool in your bikini. And everything you do, and I'm like, Carlito, I'm just a simple woman. It's like there's nothing simple about you,
well,
and I love
what's
him.
great is sometimes you need to hear inspiring words, and he's great at delivering that.
Yeah,
so,
he's a great guy. I love you, Carlito, always and forever.
Absolutely.
So, Tamborilero.
Can you pass me that lighter?
Oh, the lighter. Okay. Oh, why don't you use my lightsaber? Why don't you use
I'll burn my eyebrows off with that thing.
Why don't you like my lightsaber?
When you were first lighting it with that thing, I was like, whoa, watch out. That's a thin cigar to be lighting with a...
I know how to do it now. The beginner was just like, hey, what am I going to do? But everybody was trying to steal this thing yesterday.
Well, you see that? You see that, right?
Oh, yeah, everybody's like, oh, can I take it? I'm like, no, it's mine. You don't understand. I'm like a little kid. I see, like I said last episode, I see something different, I have to have it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not your typical woman, and I'm not ordinary when it comes to that stuff.
That goes to a lot of things, right? I mean, her constant change of mugs. I think you have every mug.
Oh, I bought a new one over there, New
really?
Orleans. My son is like, Mom, another mug. We don't have the space. I think I'm gonna have to build something just for my mugs.
Just for your mugs, a whole display.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, lately you've been representing Di
Di
Bartolo
Bartolo.
Foods. That's
Yeah.
our boy, Di Bartolo Foods.
Oh yes. I love Jimmy. You know that.
Yeah, Jimmy's a great guy. But yeah. Anyway, going back to the cigar. Look, first time I tried it. Right now, and just to go over the flavors, right? So initially, you're gonna get that sweet tip. It's not overly sweet. It's just that slight sweetness on the tip, but it's not a flavored cigar whatsoever.
No.
The tobacco, I mean, it's you can tell it's good tobacco. It's not just.
It's not the quality. You
Yeah,
can
the
taste
quality,
it, and
the
when it comes
flavors
to
is
the
very good.
notes, yeah, it's a little confusing at the beginning with the sweet tip. It's a little hard to get something, but you get some creaminess in it. But it's not creamy. You know, it's creamy enough, but it has a little kick of something in there. I'm not gonna say black pepper. It's gotta be like white pepper, because I can taste it all the way, but it's very enjoyable.
Yeah.
So again, I think this is gonna be a hit in the website
Yeah,
when we do.
I really
get it.
do. I think it's an excellent cigar. Like I said, I think this is gonna be an online exclusive that we're gonna put on the website. So
Yeah.
we'll
And
be
I can see selling a lot of those.
Yeah.
Once people try it, they're
Absolutely.
gonna love it. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna be probably one of the first people that are gonna buy a couple of boxes, because I want to smoke this thing every morning.
Yeah, this is a very nice, enjoyable cigar. The gauge, you're getting a lot of the wrapper with this type of gauge, the 30 gauge. So it's very similar to Lancero, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Very similar. You're gonna get that ratio of wrapper to filler, so you're gonna get a lot of the flavors coming from the wrapper itself. In relation to like a bigger gauge
so
cigar.
good.
So
It's so good.
I enjoy these cigars, always do, and I think I always will. So good job, Tamborilero.
Oh,
there.
you said it right.
I said it right.
You
I
said it right.
Finally, it rolled
It's a
off my
tongue twister for sure, especially for gringos and shit. But you're not gringo.
No. I could roll my R's, baby. I could roll them.
Yeah, but you were struggling.
beginning.
Behind, before we started
Behind
recording.
the scenes, I'm like, wait, hold on.
He repeated it a few
And I
times.
kept saying a couple times. If you say that word 3 or 4 times in a row, and I guarantee you're gonna get a tongue twister.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But again,
Tamborilero.
you hit it out of the park with this one.
Yeah, great
Really
job,
good.
guys. I'm very, very happy I got to smoke this, and I was introduced to it by Anya. Keep it going, guys. Very good quality product. And yeah, we're looking forward to carrying this thing on our website. So for those that are interested, we'll let you guys know when it drops. It's going to be on stogiesamplers.com. We will be offering a discount.
Yeah.
We'll probably do like a multi-pack and then throw like an extra item in there also.
Yeah, I know I have I have so many papers, so many price lists that I haven't given to you yet. I'm probably gonna do that tonight when I get home. Sit down, maybe tomorrow, because I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah.
And sit down, and then I can probably come tomorrow and sit with you if
Just
are you working
bring them
tomorrow?
in. Bring them in, and we'll sit down together and take a look at what would be the best products to bring into the store.
This is actually, if you don't do it, I'll do it. I go and get my retail license and I do it myself.
We're gonna get these.
Just to buy them for me. Like,
Really good cigar, guys. So yeah, definitely give it a try. Once it's up on our site, we will let you guys know. We'll put it on our Instagram, let you guys know that it's live, and we'll put the link there. We will put a discount on there. I may do like a 5-pack.
Oh, well, we'll see, because we have to look at the price.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what we're gonna do.
Yeah, because again, these are so good. We gotta look at the prices, but we gotta sit down either tomorrow or Monday and go through all those price lists and see what we're gonna do with this. But I think, and I know this is your store, but I think this is something that you really need to bring in.
All right.
Because I can see a lot of people smoking this.
Cool. Well, look, that's why I trust in you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty good at, knowing what people like. So
Oh yeah, I try. I observe. I observe. I listen. Look at this thing. I'm all the way, and you're like around the same.
I'm there, and the flavor is just pretty consistent throughout, and it's actually gotten better as you smoke it along. So
I know every puff it gets better and better. It's so good, and it's a short. It's a short smoke.
Yeah.
It's not a short cigar. It's a short smoke because it's a 6. It's 6 by 30, but it's like a 30-minute cigar.
yeah, it's good.
It's really good, guys. Again, soon, hopefully, it's gonna be up on the website.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know. We'll drop it. So be sure to follow us at Stogie's West Palm and also at the Stogie Sessions. That's both the Instagram panhandles for each page. So we'll drop it on both of them. We'll provide the link, and that way you guys can go in there and pick up your sticks. All right. So yeah, I mean, this was I think a shorter session because it is a shorter cigar.
Yeah.
But absolutely, I'm very happy I got introduced to this cigar. The flavors are on point. We're smoking it. We're gonna probably smoke this down to the nub. But on that note,
feeling my fingers getting burnt. It's hot already. I'm almost there.
yeah. But on that note, listen, we're gonna, I think, cut this thing short a little bit, and we're gonna enjoy this behind the scenes. We look forward to you guys following us, subscribing. Leave any comments, anything you want us to try and
Don't
review.
forget to share.
Yeah, correct. Please share, guys.
So
Please
we can
share
get
it.
more subscribers.
Absolutely. And let's grow this thing. You guys will be part of that growing process. So we really appreciate you guys following us, subscribing and sharing. And yeah, feel free to leave any questions, any remarks down at the bottom in the comments, and we'll be sure to get back to you guys. On that note,
Oh, let's light it up.
light it up, baby. Take care.